What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Legitical Response. I cover political news, and folks, we got another good one for you. Some more lies coming from the Democrats, some more BS coming out of Florida, because these people are going after Florida. They want to get out there and start yelling about book bans. Republicans are evil. They're trying to ban books, which is not what they're doing at all. And the corporate press is definitely not helping by giving headlines that read this: major publishers sue Florida over unconstitutional book ban law. There is no law in Florida that bans any book outright. Fact check me if you want to, but I can promise you there's no law that bans any book in Florida. What they're doing is they are keeping pornography out of school libraries. That is not banning books. That is called curating, by the way. That is what a librarian is supposed to do. The curator of the library is supposed to dictate what goes into the library. They don't outright ban anything, right? And a school library should not contain adult content, period. Nothing else needs to be said. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a nice day. Stay legitical. I'm just kidding. Let's get into it. A group of major book publishers, right, just off top from that line. These people are insane. They want your kids to be able to go to their school library and pick up Gender Queer or This Book is Gay, something that depicts pornographic material in the book, right? One of those books, as a matter of fact, teaches kids how to get onto a gay sex app and use it. Whoever wrote that book, whoever gives the book to a kid should be criminally investigated outright. That's what I think. That's insane. You're going to give a book that depicts or tells a kid, shows them exactly how to get onto this app and use it. It tells them not to do it, but it shows them how to do it. That's insanity, folks. If these people aren't indoctrinating our kids with their gender religion garbage, I don't know what it is if they're not doing that. Let's start over. I'll say that. A group of major book publishers sued the state of Florida over what they called an unconstitutional book ban law that allows challenges to books in school libraries. Right? Just the insanity of that line. The insanity of that line. Of course, they're going to challenge the books. It's pornography. 6 publishers, Penguin Random House, Hachette Book Groups, HarperCollins Publishers, Macmillan Publishers, Simon & Schuster, and Sourcebooks, along with Authors Guild and some prominent book authors, filed the 94-page lawsuit on Thursday in federal court in Orlando. In the suit, they argued that the book bans have surged in violation of the First Amendment because of the passage of Florida's 2023 education bill, HB 1069. HB 1069 allows parents to try to remove materials from schools if they are seen as pornographic by the school boards. At least the corporate press is telling us that. But they put it on the third freaking paragraph. Right? Why did they wait so long to tell us that? That's what it is. If it depicts something that is not suitable for kids to read or look at, then of course, why would you advocate for your kids to watch and look at pornography? Right? We don't allow children to go into adult bookstores, do we? No, we don't. Why is that? Anybody that advocates for this, any Democrats out there, leave me a comment and let me know exactly why we should allow children to go into an adult content bookstore or video shop. That's insane, if you ask me. Right? A lot of people don't even know this is happening because the corporate press will get out there and say, oh, well, Republicans are trying to ban books. And the parents might hear that and be like, what? They're banning books? That's wrong. We shouldn't ban books. And they'll get out there and fight. They'll advocate for this garbage and not even know what the hell they're advocating for. But once again, folks, that's why people like me are around, to read these stories out and inform the people out there. Hopefully, I'm entertaining enough for you to stick around, and watch the video all the way through. Because I sure do appreciate it. But not only that, but you get all the information, at least. You don't get some of the information. Because once again, like what I just depicted a second ago, that somebody comes up to you and says, hey, do you think that banning books is a good thing? And they'll be like, no, of course not. Any rational person would say that. Right? But that's not giving you all the information. Now, if they come up to you and say, hey, do you think banning books is a good thing? Do you say no? Then they go, okay, well, do you advocate for putting pornography in elementary school libraries? Then the same person would be like, hell no. They'd probably call the cops on that person, like, this person is a pedophile. With the legislation's passing last year, the plaintiffs argued Florida has mandated that school districts impose a regime of strict censorship in school libraries. Duh, it's called curation, by the way. And it's called laws. You can't give pornography to kids. They added that the law requires school districts to remove library books without regard to their literary, artistic, political, scientific, or educational value when taken as a whole. That's their justification. Oh, well, this depiction of pornography over here, yeah, that's just artistic. So does that make it okay for children to look at? No, it doesn't. It doesn't whatsoever. Doesn't change a damn thing. And now, at least, they're telling you that they're not actually banning books. It's called curation. It's called censorship. Censorship, on certain levels, is a very good thing. Is a very, very good thing. Once again, this is why we don't allow kids to go into strip clubs. It's exactly why. That's an artistic depiction, by the way. Or you could view it as that way. Because the human body, as a matter of fact, in my opinion, the human female body is very beautiful, if you ask me. You could say that. You could get away with that argument. That doesn't mean it's suitable for children. This is why we have laws, folks, and this is why the Senate confirmation hearings are so important. So we can know exactly who these judges are and just how insane they are. So we can know where to bring our lawsuits, by the way, because we find out where these judges go. We know not to bring any lawsuits to those districts because that person's insane. This is why I emphasize watching congressional committee hearings, watching the Senate confirmation hearings, watching all that stuff, staying informed, knowing who your representatives are. You got to know who they are because there are a lot of people out there, y'all, that feel the civic duty to go vote and throw their vote away by voting on somebody they have no idea what they're going to do, right? Like a lot of people, a whole lot of people, if they would have known how bad the Biden administration was going to be, they wouldn't have voted for Joe Biden. And Donald Trump would have won in a freaking landslide. They might not have voted for Donald Trump, but Donald Trump would have won by a landslide due to those people just not voting outright. You got to know who you're voting for. You vote for the wrong person and boom, you get recession. You get war all over the place. You get government censorship. That's what the Biden administration is doing. Trying to stop states from conducting their laws to try to keep their own citizens safe. Yeah, the Biden administration, I'll say it like that. Might be a little bit of a biased take, but whatever, I don't care anymore. Because the Biden administration is so biased in the other direction. I got to throw my own bias to kind of bring it back to the center. But yes, the Biden administration is suing Texas, so Texas doesn't have the right to keep their citizens safe. That's what they're doing. They're trying to cause chaos all over the damn country with that damn border crisis. Yeah, Texas wants to keep its citizens safe by arresting, apprehending, and turning these people over to ICE for deportation. And the Biden administration is trying to stop Texas from doing that. The federal government refuses to do its job. So Texas will help the federal government do its job. And the federal government is suing to stop them from doing it. How insane is that? The complaint stated that hundreds of books have been banned, but they haven't been banned. They're just not allowed in school libraries. That's not banned. Because you can still go get the books. Go to a regular library and go get the book, or order it online. It's not suitable for school libraries. But the corporate press doesn't differentiate between that. Including A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens and The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. Yeah, because I know that one has sexual depictions in it. By so broadly regulating the display and availability of books that are constitutionally protected as to at least a significant number of students, these restrictions, as interpreted and enforced by the state of Florida, violate the First Amendment because they are impermissibly overboard content-based restrictions, they said in the lawsuit, which is a bunch of word salad gobbledygook. No, it's not, as a matter of fact. Impermissibly overbroad content-based restrictions. Just words, right? Like, Jesus Christ, these people are insane. Parents don't want their kids reading pornography. Once again, I wish the people that brought this suit would watch my freaking video. God, I wish they would. Penguin Random House, the nation's biggest publisher, penned a lawsuit late last year alongside free speech advocacy organization PEN America. I wonder if that it's any relation to the Penn Biden Center. Against Escambia County School Board because of the district utilization of the rule, according to Tampa Bay Times. This is a stunt. Okay, so right quick, yeah, I did read this whole article all the way through this time. They leave the rebuttal all the way at the end. This is the very last part of this article. It's all the way at the end, the rebuttal is. Right? Knowing most people don't read all the way through the damn article. This is a stunt, Florida Department of Education spokesperson Sidney Booker said in an email to The Hill. There are no books banned in Florida. Sexually explicit material and instruction are not suitable for schools. That is totally correct. And it was the last little paragraph. And I'm sure that's not all she said in that email. But once again, the corporate press has to prop up the Democrats and has to prop up their degeneracy, for crying out loud. Their Marxist, racist garbage that they're trying to indoctrinate kids with. It's insane. It's just all insane. And I couldn't believe the insanity of all this, right? This is blowing my mind. Once again, you guys, a lot of you long-time viewers know this, but some of the newer ones don't. I did not know all this was going on. I did not read the news before about 6-8 months ago when I started doing this. Before that, I had no idea this garbage was going on. I knew the corporate press lied, but I didn't know to the extent that the corporate press lied. The corporate press lies. They twist the narrative like you wouldn't believe. But that's what I point out. And I didn't know all this. And I bet you most people don't know all this, especially people that don't read the news. They have no idea this garbage is going on. But that's why I started reading the news on video, because people love videos, folks, and they love to hear people talk. And I'm hoping that people like to hear me talk, because I am going to give you the facts. I'm going to give you my opinion too, right? So be prepared for my damned crazy old ass Southern Louisiana opinions, right? My buddy just the other day said I sound like a hick. Do you guys think I sound like a redneck? Well, I can sound like a dadgum redneck if you want me to, but dadgummit, I ain't trying to sound like a redneck all damn day. But I sure can sound like a dadgum redneck. Some hicked out mother sucker. But, dude, I mean, seriously, do I sound like a redneck? That's what he told me. I sound like an intelligent redneck. I was like, what? Yeah, an intelligent redneck. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, right? I didn't even ask him. I didn't even want to bother to ask him. But it blows my mind, the narrative that the corporate press pulls out. I know it's just totally switching topics right fast and then going to another one, talking about the Biden administration. I know, scatterbrained, right? Not really. I'm just kind of hyper and in a mood. But it's crazy what these people are trying to pull over. They're trying to indoctrinate our kids. And it just, once again, it just insanely blows my mind that people aren't more knowledgeable on this, that they're just floating through life oblivious to what's going on behind them. So what some of these Democrats are doing in these states is crazy, right? Trying to give our children pornography. What? Why? What is the purpose behind it? Trying to argue it's artistic. It's not artistic. It's pornography. These kids don't need to be reading smut, for crying out loud. What practical use does it have for a school library to carry pornography? To teach kids how to get onto a gay sex app and use it. Tell them not to do it, though. But tells them how to do it. Knowing that kids will do stuff that they know they're not supposed to do. We know that. We all know that. You get your little kid say, don't touch that, it's hot. And they'll try to touch it anyway. They'll do stuff just to spite you. Regardless of the implications of whatever it may be. So why are these people pushing this degeneracy on our kids? Why are they pushing this indoctrination? That's what I would love to know. Any Democrat viewers, I'll say it again. Please let me know. What is the purpose to push this degeneracy on everybody? I understand you want to indoctrinate your kids because you're not having kids yourselves. You try to abort and sterilize your kids. So the only way to get people to come over to your calls is to indoctrinate them. But why? Just blows my mind. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comment section. That's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching. And don't forget to smash that like button, by the way, please, if you don't mind. And y'all stay legitical. Peace.